Yay Networks.
Hey y'all, welcome to This Is Life. I'm growing my lashes out, y'all, and the struggle is real. I feel like I got one in my eye.
Those lashes.
I didn't get one in my eye?
There's not a lash.
All right, y'all, we're good. We're good.
There's no lash in your eye. We're good. We're back in this thing. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Wherever
we
you're
went to Mexico.
At. We went to Mexico. My wife
fun.
Put me in a vegan resort. I did not know it was vegan until we got there. So here's the story. So I already wasn't feeling good. I've had, the 666 stomach virus. And anyway, so we get there, and all I wanted to do is I just wanted to go to the room, lay down, chill, boom. So we get there, we go to the front desk, and the lady looks at me, they're checking in, and I just so happened to walk up there, and she was like, she's handing us our keys. So our key was like a little ring thing.
It's like a bracelet.
It's like a bracelet. So she's putting a bracelet on me, and while she's putting a bracelet on me, she is telling us, she's like, as you know, we're a fully vegan resort. It's at that moment that I looked at my wife, and she said, no, babe, don't worry about it. They have some meat options, to which the lady replied and said, you're right. We do have some protein options, not many.
Now you know how I feel at every restaurant, at every hotel. However,
but for a week and then over Thanksgiving.
It was over Thanksgiving. But it's perfect because you had the stomach virus.
I had the stomach virus. So.
What a perfect place to start eating food again in a healthy, plant-based, farm-to-table resort.
Yeah, I mean everything was super healthy. It was so healthy to the point that it was annoying how healthy it was.
Yeah.
It was straight,
but it was
just
good.
annoying.
It was delicious.
It was like I feel like I'm eating earth.
It was delicious though, and it was cool watching the kids eat like super healthy and trying so many new things that they never tried before. So
yeah, Logan is me. Logan is the funniest. Logan was like, what is that? And I'm like, bro, them some kind of beats they put together. And he's like, Dad, I'm not eating that crap. I'm like, don't worry, son, I ain't eating it either.
But the amount of time they asked for veganese was hilarious.
Because they didn't have, so they had no mayo. They had no mayo there. The ketchup they had, I feel like they
made it in the back. They crushed
tomatoes in the back.
Like it's supposed to. It's not processed.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I was like, if you have some mayo back there, I can at least put on this burger. And then they were like, no, they only had the spicy veganese.
It was delicious. I make it at home all the time. Let me know if you want me to make some
No,
more.
I want spicy mayo. I want something that's made with some eggs.
It's okay.
But I didn't have that. But nevertheless, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We're into the full throttle holiday season.
Yes.
Everybody is doing the thing, family, all that kind of stuff. And so I happened to be out of town last week.
Yeah.
Last week. So I mean, y'all know I host retreats and stuff like that. And unfortunately, as a host, couldn't miss it. But we had a lot of things going on in our family, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I left, and before I left, our Hope also left. And so that was very hard.
My mother-in-law.
Yeah, my mom who lives with, who helps us out. She had to leave. She had to rush back home. And so we didn't have any help.
So
I say we, I mean
it was me and them 3 kids for 4 days, the longest 4 days of my life. And not only that, our son broke his arm.
Yeah, Roman broke his arm the Friday before we went to Mexico. So we left for Mexico on Sunday.
Yeah.
Roman broke his arm that Friday. So imagine
the disaster. So he's got this temporary cast on, and my rule was I'm not taking him around no kids for real until we get this cast on. Because I know at school he's going to run and play with his friends. So I have Roman home, y'all. My husband's gone. My mother-in-law's gone. So it's me and them 3 kids. So I was joking with my husband. I was like, I was a single mom for 4 days, and it was the longest 4 days of my freaking life. And it was a huge wake-up call.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What are you talking about? I was agreeing with you.
No, I just need to bounce. I just need to bounce for 4 days so you can go feel it.
I told you to.
You did. But when you came back, I stopped having panic attacks. No, let me explain.
The kids with me are completely different than they are with you.
What do they do? They run me.
4 days with me would be a breeze.
It would be because, listen, you guys, the kids, like when you got home, for example, the other day, I went into the shower, and how many kids came and asked me questions while I was in the shower? They walked
All
right
3
by
of them
you.
did.
Exactly. They walked
I told
by
them
him
you were in the shower
and say, where's mom?
Yeah, they walked over to me. It was like, hey, Dad, where's mom? I said, she's in the shower. And that's all. Like, they didn't say anything else. I just laid there in the bed. And they just kept walking. They went over to the shower. And Logan was like, well, I'll stand right here and ask her.
And ask me questions while I'm washing my hair. So the kids have no boundaries with me. So I'm up here making breakfast. I'm making 3 different breakfasts because they all want different things.
Not going to happen.
Then, Logan gets hot lunch. The other 2 are sketch because the school doesn't really provide a lot of like vegetarian options. So I'm making their food. I'm making them 2 different lunches. And then dinner time, I'm making 3 different dinners. Okay. And then they're not like, there's no chill. So now I'm doing pickups, 2 different schools, after school activities, trying to coordinate emails. Our daughter's in a play. She all of a sudden needs a brown shirt that morning, and it's like 7 a.m. and school starts at 8. So I'm running to Walmart with all the kids in the car, running in, trying to find a brown shirt so she can have it for chapel. So it was crazy. It was so hard. And what a wake up call. Like the thing is, I do statewide baby showers, and I did a lot of that in Georgia. I haven't started them here yet, but I want to start them here too. And it was just like a reminder of like people who are single parents. Oh my gosh, they need a trip, they need a vacation, they need everything. Like I remember when I finally got Roman's cast on Tuesday, I was rushing back to the house. I was trying to figure dinner, and I messaged you and asked if you could order pizza for us.
You did. You was like, my phone's getting ready to die. No, I called you. I called you to check on you.
Yeah, you called to check on you,
and he was like, yeah, a good thing you called. My phone's getting ready to die. The kids want pizza. Could you order it? And I was like, all right, I'll order the pizza. Yeah. It's no biggie.
You ordered the pizza, and I was so thankful. But Roman's cast just got on, and I'm like, crap, I got to wash his hair because he's going to school tomorrow, and his hair was a hot mess. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go wash his hair. And then I had an hour and a half long busy trader course to teach that night to my Discord. So I'm trying to rush back, trying to eat. And I hadn't ate that day. I think I ate at like 8 p.m. that day. And I'm just like, I was going nonstop, trying to manage work, the kids, all the emails, the school, everything. And I'm just like, I think we need to highlight single parents more than ever. And maybe you just...
Or even the people who they probably have unsupportive partners.
Exactly. Where you're married, but you feel single. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's tough. And I remember my chest was hurting one of the days, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm getting chest pains." So I called my girlfriend, who's a single parent, and she said, "Oh, girl, that's panic attacks. I get those all the time." She's like, "You'll be all right." And I was like, "What?" But my friends were messaging me like, "I know you have no help. I'm just checking in. How are you?" It's tough. I mean, 3 kids, 3 different, they're going in 3 different directions, and then the youngest one, I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't, fall apart. He's at school. He's just diving. Like, why are you diving with a broken arm? So the school's calling me like, hey, we had another accident. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, you survived.
I survived.
You survived.
And while I was gone, you were like, hey, if you need to take a trip, a staycation somewhere, you can go do that. And
I want you to. I think you should. Yeah. I think you should go and just take a trip, like find a girlfriend or girlfriends, or go somewhere, do a staycation. Like, do something. Sure. For me, like, I don't know. Just me with the kids. It's just
you don't cook 3 meals for them,
and I'm not gonna cook 3 meals for them. I'm not cooking 3 meals for them. I didn't grow up like that. I grew up. My mom, she cooked 1 meal, and after she cooked 1 meal, she was like, "This is what you eat." Yeah. And then I was like, "Well, I don't want that," and she's like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you. You can go to bed hungry if you want to, or swallow your spit." That was a big thing in my house. It was like, I gotta eat. So like the whole idea of like, and then Mimi. So my mom spoils our kids. She is not the same person that mothered me.
Yeah,
she spoiled my kids. So like my kids are very much like, they get whatever they want. When they wake up in the morning, it is, hey, what do you want, Roman? And Roman's like, I want waffles with sprinkles. He's getting waffles with sprinkles.
And that's what I made.
Logan, what do you want? I want a bacon and egg sandwich. Taylor, what do you want? I want grits.
Yeah. And
all 3 of them get something different. Yeah. When I'm there, it's like, hey, what do you want? Hey, all you're eating grits.
Yeah, I would never do
that. Everybody's eating potatoes this morning. Sorry, that's all we got. If you don't like it, do what you got to do. We can talk about it, but let's go to this break real quick and we'll come right back. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try with BetterHelp.com.
So I want to tell you a quick story, babe. One of my
Okay.
girlfriends, she's a single mom, just struggling in general. And you know what I got her?
What?
I gave her a gift of therapy. I booked a therapy session and I paid for it as her gift because I felt like that's what she needed in this season because she
Wow.
felt like she was in a low place.
Wow.
And she continued to see that therapist for 2 years after
Wow.
that. And it really changed, her life. And it was right around Christmas. So how perfect would it be if our viewers that are tuned in now reached out to BetterHelp and they're able to help,
Yeah.
book therapy for a friend that's struggling. Maybe they won't do it themselves.
Right.
But imagine having a friend saying, I love you so much. And I want you to talk to somebody that's unbiased that can help walk you through this hard time.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, it's hard. You got holidays coming up.
Yeah.
You have family members who are no longer there.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
real.
you have issues in the families you're dealing with. You have friends. You have divorces. You have all these things that are happening
Tough.
right now. So, starting therapy is something that I pray is just on the top of your list. It's something that has benefited both of us,
100%.
individually, also, in our marriage. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
I love it.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. I'm telling you, if you're suffering in silence right now, you don't have to. BetterHelp is the way to go. In the season of giving, give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Lindsay's today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lindsay's, LINDSEYS. All right.
So I think after day one, I got on the phone. I was like, this is a disaster. And you're like, and the thing is, the kids were with me until 9:30 that night. Like, it was nonstop. It was homework, bath time. It was nonstop. They want to all hang out in the room. They're all asking me questions. Pretty much want me to do their homework. Logan's asking me if I can type up something. I'm like, no, I'm not doing your freaking homework. It's like stuff I know they would never ask you. So I felt like they were doing this, And then Taylor's like, will you tuck me in? And Roman's like, I need you to tuck me in. And then, it was just like, I was like, okay, everybody leave my room. I need a break. I need mommy alone time. And Logan's like, Mom, I thought you weren't going to get upset with us. I was like, I'm not getting upset with you. I'm just setting boundaries. Yeah. Like whenever I say no to them, they're like, wait, you're upset with me. And I'm just like, I'm not upset with you. I just need space. I need boundaries. I just need alone time to breathe and think for myself. Because the whole day I'm like, I'm struggling, right? Because trying to do everything is so hard, right? So I just think about people that this is every day.
Every day for them.
Like every day for them. And my heart breaks for them. Like, how can we better support our friends and family that are single, like single parents, or maybe they don't have a spouse that's supportive, or their spouse is in jail, or their spouse is, just working 24/7. Like, how can we better support our friends that are like that? And I want to challenge you, if you're listening, maybe you reach out to your single, parent friend today and you say, hey, like, maybe you don't have money to, maybe you wash clothes for them, right?
Yeah,
or maybe
come help wash dishes.
Can I bring some dinner from food that's in your pantry, right? Or
cook them a dinner and then bring it over to the house. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, I just wanted to make a big pot of spaghetti or something. Spaghetti's simple.
exactly.
And kids usually eat it. Have one with meat sauce, have one with regular sauce, have one with Alfredo sauce, and just bring that. Or, hey, can I help you? Can I help with your laundry? I mean, it depends on how close you are to this person, but
I know you wouldn't let nobody touch your laundry.
no, I don't like anybody washing my clothes. But even still, like, being able
Can
to
we,
be
babe?
like,
Can I just come over so you can take a shower or breathe?
like let me just come over, let me sit down. Like I
Yeah.
have an hour or two.
Yeah.
I can watch the kids. Why
Yeah.
don't you get your nails done or something like that? But
I think it's real. Like it's crazy. A couple of my girlfriends were messaging me. They're like, hey, I'm not far. I can just come. But I know other people are busy too. So I didn't want to say, yeah, I need help. And I think that's the hard part for some people, especially, single moms that are in survival mode nonstop, or single dads. And single dads are in survival mode nonstop. Like, people offer help. They're just like, oh, no, it's fine. But no, they really do need it.
Yeah.
Like, they need the help. They need the support. So you might say, oh, my friend told me no. You just got to pull up and be like, hey.
or send the Uber Eats gift card. Like,
Yeah.
hey, girl, I know you said you need no
Yeah.
help. Or hey, dude, I know you said you need no help, but hey,
Dinner's on me.
Dinner's
Yeah.
on me. Here's $150. Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
You can order your own food. And then it's
Yeah.
like, they can do what they need to do. But yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
It's tough. And that's every day.
Yeah.
And I realize this. I have the ability to be the nurturer in our marriage, right?
Yeah.
With the kids. And so they're used to mommy being really soft with them and cuddling with them and holding them and just talking to them in that way. They're not used to me being firm with them. And
I'm the firm one.
you're the firm one. Like you'll turn up in 2.5
Turn up in a heartbeat. I will turn up in a
and
heartbeat.
I don't.
I will.
So I think some parents have to be both. They have to be the strong. They have no choice. And I found myself by day 3 being like, nope, that's not what we doing. All y'all eating this. You know what I mean? And they were like, what, mommy? And Roman's like, well, I'm not eating. I was like, well, you about to go to school hungry, bro. You know, but I realized like a lot of people, they're forced in that position. You know what I mean? Because they have no choice.
Yeah.
So it definitely had my wheels turning. Like, how can I better support? So I like reached out to one of my singers, like, hey, here's dinner.
Yeah.
Like, here's dinner on me.
That stuff is hard, you know. It's hard, and then you have those families that, like you said, you know, you may have a partner that doesn't feel supported, doesn't feel like supported, and so they feel like they're carrying all the weight, and you don't know how to really express that to this person. Like, this is a lot, you know. Like, I could never be a stay-at-home parent. Like, keeping the kids at home, like, absolutely not. Like, you know, even teaching school. Like, I go on all my kids' field trips. Only because, you know, I feel like I need to show my black male face. That's a big number one for me. I need to show my black male face on this field trip because I need to let them know this is my kid. And also I can provide, you know, that masculine voice and that because a lot of times I go on the field trips, the little boys are like they don't, when the teacher's like, stop running, stop, and she has to say it over and over again, stop running, stop running, stop running. And then, you know, she says it over and over again, and I don't interject. And I just kind of come over like, hey, you want me to tell him to stop running? She's like, please. And I just, you know, I used to get them all together. You turned up on one boy at the last field trip. I sure did.
You snatched his tail up.
Sure did. You ain't gonna talk back to a teacher like that, bro. Who you think you talking to?
From the South.
So I'll get them all together, and I'll come down their level. I'll stoop down. I say, hey, let me tell y'all something. What y'all gonna use a lot of things y'all can do on this field trip today. One of the things you're not about to do is you're not about to keep running. You've heard your teacher. She's told you to stop. Yeah. This is the last time. This is the first time. This is the last time I'm going to tell you. Do you understand me? Everybody, I don't do nods. I do yes. I do yes. Yes. Yes, sir. I wanted to say yes, sir. Because, you know, I only do yes, sir. But it's California. And their parents probably don't do that. So it's like yes, 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 yes.
And then they listen.
I say, we got a deal. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. No more running. Yeah. But like, you know, being able to provide that type of balance so the teacher can be, you know, who she needs to be or who he needs to be for the classroom. Like that could be tough.
Teachers are like amazing. They need so many gifts and support.
But even like when I was gone, like I was trying to support as much as I could.
You
like
were trying.
I was like, okay, you were like, yeah, I'm frantic today. I got this. It's like, okay, dude, like, what do you want for lunch? Let me order you lunch. Yeah. So have lunch sent to the house. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so what about the kids' dinner? Okay, can I do this? Yeah. So it's like I was trying to do as much as I possibly can while I was gone. Like, okay, all right, so taking Logan to school. Okay, let me help coordinate that. Let me get one of my boys. He can take him to school, blah, 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 blah. Or let's figure out we could do this. Maybe we can get this to help right here. So
and then you also told me like, hey, if you want to come home, if you need me to come home.
Yeah, I said, hey, if it just gets so out of hand, you need me to come home, I'll hop on a plane, I'll come home. Yeah. I even had a conversation with Logan. Because you
had to, because Logan was turning up.
He was turning up, which is so like,
he was like matching energy. He was just like, you know, he's like, I only want you to, I don't want daddy's friend to take me to school. Only you can take me to school. Only you can do that. And I was thinking like, how can I be at both schools at 3:00?
That's insane.
It was crazy.
And so I had to get him on the phone and I was like, listen, Logan, like, you know, I was like, I understand what you're trying to do. I was like, but it ain't gonna fly. Yeah. Like at this point, you need to be there to help support your mother. This is not the opportunity for you to take advantage of her. Do you understand me? And he was like, yes, sir, I do. I was like, so I need you to be more supportive. I said, I'm not telling you to be your brother and your sister's dad. Yeah. I'm asking you to be an older brother. I'm asking you to be an example. If you know that your brother wants apple juice, get him apple juice. If you know that your sister's trying to get something off the shelf and you can reach it, you get it off the shelf. Yeah. I'm not telling you to be an adult. I'm just asking you to step up to the plate a little bit.
He switched up after that. He definitely switched up.
Well, I mean, because I had to put the fear of God into him. I was like, and I don't want to hear mom have to tell me again that you blah blah blah. That you turning up. Because I said, and I you know, you're my favorite line with the kids. Yeah. I'm like, you know, y'all can turn up. It's cool. Mom can turn up. It's cool. I said, but do you want me to turn up? Oh no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I had a fear guy going through the whole house. So of course, he was like, I'm good, Dad.
I'm good. Oh, after that, he's like, you're super mom. You're doing it all. I was like, yes.
He was trying to give you all the accolades.
Oh, he was giving me all accolades. I was like, because I deserve it. Because this week been rough, friend. But yeah, I think we can all, if we all step back, maybe this week, I want to challenge you, like over the next week, like find a single parent that you can support this week. Whether it's, hey, do you need me to drop your kid off at school? Because maybe you live next door, right? Or, hey, you need me to pick them up. Do you need me to hold them? Do you need, how can I better support you? Because I feel like they're struggling out here.
Yeah.
They're struggling without the support, and I feel like God designed marriage so there was both sides to support and to help, because one person's not supposed to carry it all. And then life happens, right? There's deaths in the family. There's deaths of a spouse. Like, you can't control life and how it happens.
Military. Somebody gets drafted.
Yeah.
Somebody has to
totally.
go off for war. Like,
totally.
Things happen. And we could talk even deeper about this. We're going to take a quick break.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like now's the time where we're spending a lot of money, right? So if you feel like, hey, I need to build my credit, Chime's Credit Builder Visa credit card is the perfect way to do that, you guys. This is the solution. All right. You can build your credit scores with on-time payments for everyday purchases. There's no annual fee. There's no interest or credit check to get started, which I think is amazing.
Right. I mean, no annual fees, your interest or credit check to apply. Use it everywhere Visa credit cards are accepted, and you can build credit using your own money. And even with the Chime checking account, guys, you get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, fee-free overdraft with SpotMe. So that's overdraft up to $200 without fees with SpotMe when you set up a qualifying direct deposit. You can ditch all the monthly fees, access 60,000 plus fee-free ATMs, and you can also send and receive money, pay friends through Chime. Chime members or not, and cash out your money fee-free. Like, we know you're already using the apps, you're already sending the money. Why not just do it with Chime? And you're already spending the money anyway, gas, gifts, costumes, everything. Might as well just get it so you can build up that credit. Start building your credit. Open a Chime checking account with at least a $200 qualifying direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/LWTL. That's chime.com/LWTL. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A., member FDIC. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. Call 1-844-244-6363 for details. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. So yeah, I mean,
military families are big ones.
Yeah, because you have the spouse, and in that it could be the male, being at home, or the female, or whichever one it is. But you have one spouse that's kind of carrying a heavier load in the household than the other. But then still not being insensitive to the fact that while they may be carrying a load inside the house, this other spouse is carrying a load outside of the house. And I think that has to, for people in that type of situation, they got to be able to converse and be able to, appropriately talk out.
Yeah. Like
the fact that I recognize is really tough in here for you, and what we can do out here, and then what we can do to fix it. Like, I'm a big believer in the 80-20 rule. I'm a big believer in doing the top 20% of what you're really good at, and then really, outsourcing the 80%.
Yeah, we have cleaning ladies at the house right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Thank you, Jesus, for them.
Because ultimately, you look at it and you say, well, I have to fit in the budget, and one of the things that we always look at is I'm fitting it in the budget.
Yeah.
But I know that if I have to take 4 hours of my day to clean the whole house, then that takes away from my time of being productive and doing things I know I really can do.
Yeah.
So I know I instead of me taking the 4 hours out of my day, I'm going to give this 4 hours. I'd rather exchange 4 hours for $200.
Yeah.
Because I know that in 4 hours I can make a lot more than $200 being productive.
Exactly.
So it's really a shift in perspective. Like, we had a chef, to come into the house to cook some food for us, because it really just it helped us. And so you really have to make that decision for yourself. But for those parents out there, you're killing it by yourself. Number one, you're doing it. You're amazing. So amazing. Even because you may not get a lot of appreciation. Your kids don't recognize it. They don't realize it. And then now it's getting close to the holiday season, and now you're trying to figure out, how can I get how can I make all of these kids happy? Like, how can I make all my kids happy?
Yeah.
Because you still want to provide them with the best, and you want them to have the greatest Christmas, and you want them to have all these things, and it's just like,
and they have access to online, so they're seeing other people's gifts and other people's things. Like the pressure that's there on parents to perform and show up is so hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
And so many parents are like, well, I'm going to go into debt, kind of buying all of these things for their kids, and it's just like, just so the kids can be happy, because you want to see that smile on their face.
Yeah.
So I think for us out here who may not be in that situation, number one, we'll be extremely grateful for it. But for those of us who may not be in that situation, like my wife was mentioning, it's like, what can we do individually? What can we do personally to be able to help that parent? Mm-hmm. To be able to help them and be able to walk with them and say, hey, Tuesdays, you may have some spare time, and especially to the single people who are listening, you're single and maybe you want a family. Like maybe you desire to have kids.
So I did when I was single. I helped other people that had families.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't help anybody who had a family. I wasn't thinking about nobody else who had a family.
Wow, it's okay.
I was in a 2-story 4-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom. I had a bonus room that came
make no sense. You ain't
by myself. But people come over and be like, "Yo, I stay in this room." Nope, I ain't got no room. I have no vacancies. I have no there is like they told Jesus, there is no room in this inn. Hey,
all right. There back on focus. Yeah, focus, babe. Focus. But you know what did help me during that time was like structure, having a schedule. Even though I felt like I was in straight up survival mode, but having a schedule helped me feel like I had a little more control over what was happening around me in that moment. Also like working out. I'm on day 66, 67. Of 75 hard. So just like working out every day was super helpful for me. And then setting those boundaries with them kids since they want to turn up. Yeah. Right. But yeah, definitely finding somebody, especially with the holiday season, of like who we can support and get behind and just say.
Even gifts. Yeah. Like reaching out to a single mom or a single dad and just saying, hey, is there something that one of your kids is asking for that you haven't gotten for them yet? Yeah. And then being like, yeah, they really want this, but I don't really know. And if you have the means to be able to do it, like be like, okay, well, don't worry about it, girl. I'll give them the PS5 or whatever it is, and then just whatever you could do to kind of go above and beyond to kind of help somebody else who find themselves in that situation. I think it's going to be amazing. And plus, I mean, what better time to do it than right now?
I know, it's Christmas.
During the holidays, and everybody's in the giving spirit. Everybody's more cheerful. I mean, it still gets darker at like 4:45. I'm like, it's bedtime. So it's like everybody's fighting like cheer and depression all at the same time, because it's like, oh, I want to be so happy, but everybody else put up their tree and I don't have mine up yet. Or I want to be so happy. Yeah. And then driving through, you see all these houses with Christmas lights. You can pull up to yours and you're like, oh, people must think we're the Grinches who stole Christmas.
But no comparison.
Yeah, no comparison. But if you're out there like legit, get involved. Like figure out who you can help. You don't need a ministry to do it. You don't need to put a logo on it or a name tag on it. You don't need a church to do it. Like you can just find the people who are in your community or people who are at your church. If you're saying, well, I don't really know any, well then find some people who are in your church and you see them. I mean, it's not like it's difficult to find them. They're taking their kids to children's church. I actually know parents, we're pastoring for such a long time. I know parents who would tell me they came to church because it was their one opportunity to get a break. Wow. Because when they took their kids to daycare, they had to pay for daycare.
And then they had to go to work.
Yeah. But now they get an opportunity to come and take their kids to children's church. They don't have to pay for it. And they just like breathe and woosah for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew some families who brought their kids to children's church, and they left and went to brunch.
Wow.
But I'm just like,
a break.
Yeah, they just needed a break. Real. And so people need that. That's good. Yeah. But you finding out how you can help people and be there for them, I think is just
it's goals for December. Make that your goal. And then don't forget about them in January, Yeah,
don't forget about them in January and
just
February.
Figure out ways, Ask God to show you a family that you can bless.
Yeah. And don't think too hard about it. Like use the gifts and skills that God gave you. If you're a baker, like maybe it's like, you know what? I would love to bake y'all some cookies or something like that. Just something for the kids,
Exactly.
you know?
If you're at Walmart and you have $50 in your pocket, like God leads you to a family, give it to them.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have, and you don't have to post it online. You don't have to tell anybody. It just be something between you and the Lord where you're just like, God, show me a family that I can be a part of blessing.
Mm-hmm. And just really just stay on it, remain consistent, and just check in with them and love on them, because people are going through so much right now.
People are going through the fire right now.
And they don't,
That's
people
real.
are not, that like my wife mentioned earlier, they don't want to say it. They don't want to ask for help because they want to seem like I'm strong and I got it.
I got it together.
I got it together. I'm good. I don't need your help.
No, don't nobody
want to help me anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I've been having to do this by myself, and it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
I see this, but I'm seeing the hurt behind all of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pull up to your crib, but I am going to just send you this. I'm going to send you this Apple Pay.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, I just want you to see this. I hope you can go, like, you know, maybe grab the kids something to eat on the way home from school today. Like tonight, don't worry about cooking.
Yeah, that's real.
You know, and then send them butts to their room and like, you know, whatever.
I needed a break. It was rough.
I know. When I got home, I was like, woo. I was like, man, y'all been through the fire.
Regular.
I was like, y'all been through the fire. But I got right off the airplane, got in the car, drove right to my daughter's recital, jumped out of there. It's like, you know, it's like.
I'm like, go to your daddy. Everybody go to daddy.
It was fine. Roman came and hopped in my lap, and he was cool. And like Logan was sitting there and he was leaning on me. I mean, it was cool, you know. But fun. With me, I feel like they're super easy.
Of course they are, because you put the fear of God in them.
Easy.
Like,
they are so easy.
The kids sit and be like, all right, Mom, let's practice your dad voice. Like, that's what they call it. They were like, no, it needs to be tougher. It needs to be tougher than that. So it's like they think they can run me.
It's not even that tough, because like most times I talk to them in a very normal tone.
Baby.
But I think it might be what I'm saying to them.
It's what you're saying, and because you turned up in the past. And it's not like you spank them or anything. It's just you using your voice. Your dad voice.
Yeah, my turn up is a whole different. Like I tell people all the time, like it's one thing to make the kids mad. It's one thing to make Mama Bear mad. That's her. But if you really want to see that Negro pop out, make Papa Bear mad. Papa Bear gets mad, I'll burn everything down. That's why I be telling, like Heather, she would have to walk me off. Like she would have to pull me off the cliff, because I'd be like, hold on, what the school do? Oh, they don't know. Like I'm real nice, I'm real kind, and
okay, baby.
I'm up there with the field trips.
In Jesus' name.
But hey, I will go up. I will turn up, Christian school or not. I'll turn that whole office out.
We are working through that.
Yep. Hey, whatever. He'd be like, aren't you a pastor? I'm a dad first. Say something else. So I'm getting mad thinking about it. But anyways, thank y'all so much for being with us. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope that you do what we were telling you to do. Yeah. Love on some single people and our single parents, and love on them, all that kind of stuff. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Introduces. We out. See y'all next week.